All right, it's your main man. It's your main man here in Hollywood Studios. Go by the name of 4D Nut, also known RPG, the Rugged Prophetic Ghost. So this is one of my very first live streams here on YouTube. Um, we're in the process of building Hollywood Studios, the last studio standing. One of the one of the greatest inspirations for Hollywood Studios. One of the greatest inspirations for what we're about to do, what I'm about to put up here on this channel. My main man, SPI, BAYMAAC. Y'all familiar with my man, Spot BAYMAAC. Be about your money at all costs. Be about your money at all costs. The beautiful thing about BAYMAAC money, and the beautiful thing about this post that we're about to get into, there's a lot of confusion in our community around this thing called this thing that people call hip hop. These rappers who claim in hip hop, or with anything you do, there's always roots. With anything you do, there's always a beginning. There's a seed. And one thing you're going to learn about this movement over here with Hollywood, with RPG, Alien Nation. We live in this world, we're not of this world, dual citizens. When it comes to this thing, this ain't for play. This ain't for sport. This ain't for play. Everything we do is for keeps. The thing I love about SPI is everything he do is based off principles. His leadership principles. The leadership principles that have made him who he is on the block, that have made him who he is in the music game, have made him who he is in getting roles and starring roles in the weeds and I'm looking up on Cold Case. He putting together his own movies. Master P in the movie, Raj from Good Times. Off the strength of his own leadership. Is based off principles. It's based off BAYMAAC. Be about your money at all costs. But the beautiful thing about BAYMAAC and the beautiful thing about money, if y'all familiar with SPI, he got a song with Fifth and he say, all money ain't good money. This I know. All money ain't good money. And that's the problem with these rappers. That's the problem with our community. So for those of y'all who may want to figure out like, yo, who is this dude? What gives him the ability to come and speak on whatever? Or similar to SPI. I run the same exact streets, built off the same principles all my life too, just on a different coast. SPI is the most easty on the West Coast. I was born and raised on the East Coast, Trenton, New Jersey. Trenton makes the world takes. And the thing I love about SPI's movement is SPI movement is about standing on principle, especially when it comes to Black Wall Street. SPI on somebody from his community. The game and SPI is to go back. But when he's tried to start touching that money in the industry, another song SPI got is Things Change. Nigga, things change, they won't stay the same. Watch me come up. I hustle even harder. Put the work in to win, no doubt. Things change. And the dope thing about SPI is when your man JCon tried to change to get the bread, change to get the money. That's all our peoples know. Become whatever type of chameleon you gotta be to try and touch money. This nigga Snoop gonna come out and be one of the first in our communities to get on camera and sell up his likeness and for the art form called rap, and put a stamp of approval on them, putting on his likeness that is cool to sell your soul to the devil. Snoop was the very first person in the so-called rap community that told everybody, like, I'm cool with telling yo, the devil came and gave me a proposition and I took him up on it. Now all day, every day, these cats get on, if the Illuminati look up, where they at? Sign me up. Like, all money ain't good money. All money ain't good money. This I know. So on this channel, man, I'm really here to talk about the spiritual connection to the chase, to the paper chase. The spiritual connection to the paper chase. Our people's try and disassociate the connection, the spiritual connection between the hustle and all of the things we do, and the lifestyles that we try and live. You can't separate the spiritual connection from the actions. That's why Snoop had to get on camera and connect it spiritually to his soul. One of the most popular sayings about money is always misquoted in our community. It's always misquoted. Money is the root of all evil. That's how they always spit it. Money is the root of all evil. So it's so much ignorance. It's so much ignorance. That's why niggas call it, that's why people call us niggas. Because there's so much ignorance when it comes to money, and it's on purpose. Because they know. The whole world knows they can't never be allowed to tap back into their original root. Because your roots of your ancestors is rooted in a covenant with the Most High. And that covenant and that root can only produce daily bread. Give us this day our daily bread. It can only produce daily bread. The fruit, every seed bring forth fruit after its own kind. The Creator can't bring forth a different type of fruit. We in the industry, cats run around here talk about producers. Can't produce nothing. That's why they changed. That's why they changed the. That's why the Europeans changed the name of our art form to sports. This ain't sports. This meat. This meat. This ain't sports. This is recreation. Recreation. We are creators. They know they can't do what we do. So they have disguised, hidden, distorted our people's root. Then they put on the masquerade. I'm talking about the paper chase for the worthless dollar that y'all chase. Y'all willing to do whatever to get a worthless dollar. And while you run their race, while you play their game. That's why I love FPI's movement. Game over. Game over. Play y'all some music real quick. It's all gone. Game over. This from the EP Politicking. Yo, SPI. It don't matter what. Fifth AC. It don't matter what fifth AC. You already know. We break cycles, homie. We break the cycle, homie. We're gonna show you.
These candy rappers sweeter than an hour later. I see in the streets, these niggas be bleeding. Moving down Mansion, coming up the 5-star. The homies home for they let it up the styrofoam. They hit their hands so they keep the concussions. Got the small talk, only deep discussion. Line off through the analog, starting dialogue. According to my catalog, I'm a dialogue. Tired of y'all talking tough off a Tylenol. Any of y'all really got any talent? No.
Any of y'all got really talent? No. Talking tough off the Tylenol. Come on, man. Yo, FBI, I'm gonna make this connection. Listen, man. 2019, listen. Homie. We about to open up. Stacking since beautiful. Stacking since beautiful. BAYMAAC. Next to night.
Slow beats, no dope. You know, though, that won't do a show, though. Like a satisfactory scene. Like a strike, I'll make some light right after these knees. Let's go. Let's go. Money coming in and money coming in, Money coming in, teachers never seen me center when they sent me to the tension. They tell acting like you wanted me to buzz and break down or something. I did none of the above. Wasn't quite the type to interact with the teachers. Beat your ass and blow roof on the back of the bleachers. Now I'm a preacher. Trying to speak on my passion. I'm actually active, but I'm a spectacular speaker. See this record. Take a real ill one to beat it. Ran through the steel drills and I'm still undefeated. I'm not reading.
Still undefeated.
Out to see it. Let's be
Still undefeated. My fault.
I sneak conceited, I'm right under seated. He a coward alone, and the WD. In the streets, you only strong in the company. You keep stupid flow. Can't speak silly with the syllables. Literally, historically.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep. Yo, we do this. We do this, yo. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. I'm about to let y'all know what time it is all day. All right, so listen, straight up. All right, so I'm gonna make the connection between Black Wall Street Black Wall Street. Oh man. Black Wall Street in rap and Black Wall Street in life, in death. Black Wall Street, let's say the American Stock Exchange. Black Wall Street, the American Stock Exchange. All money ain't good money. Yeah, it's Dr. Martin Luther King Day. Dr. Martin Luther King Day. January 21st, 2019. Dr. Martin Luther King Day. What Dr. Martin Luther King died over. Been to the mountaintop. Been to the mountaintop. Well, I'm about to let y'all know when it comes to this money thing, this money game. The word already told you why your people perish. People perish for lack of knowledge. Hood after hood, inner city after inner city. Look at it. I'm purposely choosing to use SPI as the platform. Wow. Because over here we break cycles, yo. Over here we break the generational curses of poverty. Generational curses of poverty. It's all about the image. Black Wall Street. Game over. Game over. I'll show you how and why these individuals, Dr. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, lost their lives because in our community, we got the same JCon. We got the same individuals. Once again, I'll let SPI deal with this, the physical. The battle ain't on the physical. The battle is on the spiritual. The physical only is the indicator. What comes out of the heart of a man. We on the It's from the Soul proprietorship. Listen, man, I'm talking about roots plan that our ancestors always been on. Listen, y'all listen. Every community, every single community, every nation, kindred, tongue, and people supposedly got, but this artificially manufactured, man-made science fiction myth group of people called Negroes, called blacks, called African Americans, called niggas. Supposedly got elders, got ancestors, got a mother tongue. It's one particular group. Yo, when they get you to divide, they can conquer you. It's on every level. When they divided us, SPI tell you, we dropped down at a institution, a college. SPI tell you, we dropped down at a college together. SPI coined the term brainless. We brainless. I used to call myself reckless, brainless. So collectively, they called us nuts. They out of their minds, brainless all day. But what they couldn't do, and where they killing you and kicking you back in, is they get you caught in that little vacuum called that hood, that little teeny little patch of land, couple little square blocks. And they told this one particular group only, yo, that's your roots. Your Alex Haley roots is right there in that neighborhood, that concrete jungle. You our stocks. Black Wall Street. You know who the stocks on Black Wall Street is? You livestock. You are livestock. All of y'all who don't have no identity, who don't have no mother tongue. All of y'all who don't have a nation, kindred, tongue, and people. All of y'all who don't have ancestors. And don't know how your ancestors worship. We're going to tell you how your ancestors worship. All y'all who don't have no elders. We're going to give y'all our elders. That's called a bond. I'm talking about BAYMAAC money. Y'all let them hit you with the "in God we trust." What God? This whole thing about money, man. The whole game is about money. The whole game is about spirits behind the money. But y'all try and front and act like, yo, it ain't got nothing. Listen, man, you can't separate the spirit from the money. He said, by their fruit ye shall know them. It ain't say money is the root of all evil. The love of money. So you got one group of ignorant cats in our community who don't know how our ancestors worship, who will come and tell you, yo, you supposed to be broke. God said you supposed to be broke. God said, yo, you ain't supposed to have no attachment to earthly. Every last one of our ancestors who talk directly to the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. control more wealth than any of these cats. You know, I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Listen, man, we got a system. They got a business cycle. But everything that they created is just like rap. They bite and watched our ancestors do what they did, build kingdom after kingdom, crush them over and over and over again. And the moment they could get they children detached from the ITB, our movement is ITB in the beginning. ITB, daily bread. The Golden Rule Empire. In the title, I said Havilah. Y'all know Havilah is 100% good gold. Y'all don't even know who y'all are, man. Havilah is 100% good gold. So this the game. This the game. Game over. The game was to monopolize the ignorant who gotten divided from their money system, the in the beginning money system. Man, let me see if I can put y'all up, man. Put y'all up. Let me give you another track before I put y'all up. Where La La Land at? Where La La Land? I'm gonna show y'all something on La La Land. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know who y'all dealing with. Just to give you an idea of who D Nut is. Who 4D. All right, so what 4D stands for is 4 dimensions. See, in hip hop, our ancestors have always built. And whether y'all like it or not, y'all peoples out there on the West Coast gonna have to, my peoples out there on the East Coast, y'all gonna have to realize that they call Africa. It's not Africa, yo. Before to colonize it and started calling it Africa, it had a name before 1888. Everything that this Greco-Roman society of today does is a regurgitated bite. A regurgitated bite and distortion. And then our people run around here and chase after a mirage to try and be accepted into a Greco-Roman European mythical society that don't exist. Why? Because everything that they selling you off of what our ancestors did, and everything that had the power in it, they done stripped it down, turned it away, because why? They done separated the money from the spirit behind the money. Everywhere you look, United States of America, they got you surrounded by 4 spirits. They got the Statue of Liberty out there in the waters on New York, that's up north. Then DC, District of Columbia. Columbia, it's another spirit. These are Roman European goddesses so-called made-up goddesses. Liberty is libertas. You got the physical, Jay-Z Doja, Black Wall Street, Jay-Z on Ambrosia. Jay-Z's on Ambrosia, the spiritual Black Wall Street, selling your soul for 30 pieces of silver, sacrificing your brothers. Am I my brother's keeper? Jay-Z on Ambrosia. What's Ambrosia? In spiritual circles, says Mystery Babylon has a cup of her fornication. Mystery Babylon has a cup of indignation. Mystery Babylon, the great mother of harlots. Ambrosia, Jay-Z on Ambrosia, Black Wall Street. And that cup of indignation, he calls it his holy grail. He put it on his own chest. I'm telling you what the man put on his own chest. That your ancestors is connected to the Statue of Liberty, who is what? The goddess Libertas. Who is Libertas? It's where Aleister Crowley got do what thou wilt. Liberty, the goddess of liberty. Do what thou wilt comes from the Statue of Liberty. What is do what thou wilt? Aleister Crowley, one of the most demonic puppet masters, present day pop culture. And Jay-Z on Ambrosia. In this little song, We Run This City. He said, we're putting our flag down. He got the same Statue of Liberty thing across his chest. Where you think Aleister Crowley got it from? Do what thou wilt. He got it from that. The Greeks and Romans been selling this to. Think this new would say ain't nothing new under the sun. This ain't new. This ain't new. Where's La La Land at, man? So this BAYMAAC SPI 2006.
Hey, man, I'm your man from New Jerusalem. Yo, give me the math. Give me the math around what you were just saying, son. Something right here is called True. So the back is part two. Mixtape. Basically, it's like the song be taking the piss off the city, it's like taking my plane, letting niggas know what it do with me, what type of nigga I can interact with. Yeah, I would tip from the rims, get out of here. Tip from the rims. That's my cousin. He is like my relative. That's a legendary notorious blood gang out here in Los Angeles. They G-West rims. You know what I'm saying? G-West rims. His name is missing the song, the first line. I keep these bitches money in the box in the wheelchair. Man, Jay, encrypted why you hear.
All right, so I'm gonna flip it on you. There's a reason. There's a reason why I chose to have SPI represent the physical. And then I've chosen spiritual connections back to the foundation of this creation money system of because one is not complete without the other. The physical is not complete without the spiritual. The East is not complete without the West. The West is not complete without the East. The North is not complete without the South. The South is not complete without the North. For anything to be true, the physical and the spiritual got to line up. Two witnesses. It ain't true. It can't be true without the two. And so, break the cycle is the defense. This is a movement. This is a movement that I've been on for the past 20 years. Well, SPI. I was spitting back in the day, 20 years ago, stating that we was going to break the financial yokes of poverty, break the generational curses of poverty, but before you can build, you must destroy. So for the first 21 years, for the first 21 years to break the cycle defense, we've been destroying the fake monetary system that we've been destroying the lies that they've been telling on us through rap, through Hollywood, the image they trying to give us, the brands they try and put on us, the labels that they try and hit us with. And we've launched new identities. No blood money. I got the rags on for BAYMAAC. It's for the USA. The red, the white, the blue. We also got the purple and baby pipe this night. He said the purple's where the circle starts in Beautiful. He said the purple's where the circle, you mix the red with the blue, the purple's where the circle starts. Everybody know purple is the color of royalty. Everybody know grape. The King of Kings is a husband. The King of Kings is the husbandman that turns water into wine. Grape. When you add the, yeah, we rep BAYMAAC to the fullest. We let our brothers hit y'all with the physical so that we can complete the process with this, with the spiritual. So what are we stating in this in the spiritual that matches up with the physical? All things to all people. Dual citizens. All things to all people. The reason I mess with SPI, the reason I mess with BAYMAAC is because imposters got 4 crowns out there. And we want to get thrones. The imposters done put some flags down. This king of the mountain captured the flag. Dr. Martin Luther King lost his life. Black Wall Street. Listen, man, these Europeans have done everything in the Western world with the aid of a certain group of Black Greeks. All our history, they've been there. And instead of wanting to be connected to the Creator, the way to elevate and worship Caesar, they would rather worship Caesar. Because Caesar is a man talking about, this is rap history. You go back to rap. Fab Five, Freddy, Yo MTV Rap. You go back to the Bronx, where it all started. All of them dudes is on some old conscious, metaphysical. Y'all might not be on it out there out west, but listen, let me tell you something. Nation of gods and earths. 5% nation. There is no, without understanding how they weave in the money and try to act like, yo, this thing wasn't built off of them stating and trying to give us a brand and an identity. Nation of gods and earths came out of the Nation of Islam. Once again, going back to Alice Haley roots over in 2016, just so they can rebrand a new generation with the same exact roots of Alex Haley. Alex Haley, these are wrote. So in 2019, we got something to prove. We on offense now. We on offense now. I mean by offense. We operate on something called the Havilah bar. I already told y'all Havilah is the original creation. 100% gold that the Creator stated, who had dominion over everything and all of the works of his hands. He said, I done created you a garden. And I done put 4 rivers in a garden. So he gave the river he gave the land that had the gold, the Havilah gold, 4 specific rivers. They're still there to this day. The Gihon River, the Pison River, the Euphrates River, and the Tigris River. They couldn't even change the names. They couldn't even hide it. But the most important thing about the whole state and the rivers and all of that, yo, was he told them. Not this gold bullion, Havilah gold. But what y'all don't know, the same gold in Havilah, the same silver found in Havilah, the same platinum found in Havilah. You worth your weight in gold, periodic table. In science, if you look at the periodic table, gold is 47 on the periodic table. Each and every one of y'all. And this is what they know. They got you chasing a fake money system based on fake states. La La Land is about estates. It's about inheritance. It's about real money deposits. That's a gold on This is sovereign. Take you from the low life. We take you from the lowest life, which is no life, death. No life. He tell you, listen, man, they're without the puppet masters behind Def Jams. They don't even acknowledge Russell Simmons and them clowns. The puppet masters behind Def Jams, Rick Rubin and Lawyer Cohen. Rick Rubin and Lawyer Cohen. The same puppet masters behind Black Wall Street. Jay-Z Ambrosia. Jay-Z on Ambrosia. He telling you what his image is. That's what his image. Holy Grail. The Magna Carta. The Magna Carta, do y'all know that? The Magna Carta is the document that allows you to be sold as slaves. The Magna Carta is the document in England that allows you to be sold as chattel slavery and allows circle and an outer circle. It's called esoteric and esoteric. I'm giving y'all the game. SPI said game over. And they don't have the numbers. So they need you to annihilate each other. To keep the numbers down of those who truly got dominion. So that they can even have a shot at continuing the charade and the masquerade to be the puppet masters. We got all these cats who super tough in the hood. Super tough. Tough when the slave master done branded you and be like, yo, you gotta die over these blocks. Yo, what BAYMAAC? Yo. SPI came on the scene and said, listen, man, yo, one of the hardest cats I know. It's Papa Smurf. Let's go. P Smurf. Yo, hats off to P Smurf. Hats off to Pipe the Sight. What SPI do? In the San Bernardino and got the big payback. Man, we peeping all of this, man. We peeping all of this, man. Fifth ain't know what to do with it. Fifth ain't have a clue. Why? Because Fifth was being, just like Russell Simmons and all the rest of them. Out there in the West Coast, y'all had the same henchmen out there, Pied Pipers, Jimmy. All of them cats had to go through the same. They got to go through the same gatekeepers. There's no such thing as daily bread. There's no such thing. Or Dr. Martin Luther King. The example was Dr. Martin Luther King. Once he saw it, he like, man, listen, man. They had President Eisenhower had him go down there and sign that civil rights bill. And after Dr. Martin Luther King realized, yo, they done used me, yo. I done joined In God We Trust secret society brotherhoods. All seeing eye. I done joined they brotherhoods and they Black Greek fraternities. Yes, Alpha, Kappa, Alpha. Come on, man. That's them Black Greeks again. They running the same game. Them Black Greeks was aligned with Caesar 2,000 years ago. Who was the Black Greeks? Herod, the king in Jerusalem. He ain't even identifying with his heritage of he the king of Judah, direct descendant of David, and he and his people, they call himself a Herodian. Herodian, if y'all do y'all math, man. If y'all do y'all math, Herodian means Nubian people who should be identifying with their root, who have forsaken their root and chosen spiritual ancestors of the Greeks and the Romans. That's what a Herodian means. Nubians on who abandoned the root that made them fruitful and prosperous and of Greece and Rome, and they want to partake in the whoredom. They identify as Herodians. Word. That's the same. That's what these alphas and these kappas and them sigmas and the, listen, man. That's all this. That's all these. And when Dr. Martin Luther King, it's like, listen, we about to get in their pockets. So then he started talking about, yo, they going in the Vietnam War for money. Then he said, yo, listen, man, I'm not going out here getting locked up no more. I'm not running around here marching over the bridge, letting y'all knock me in my head. You know what? We're going to create a labor strike. Talk about money. BAYMAAC. Be about your money at all costs. But BAYMAAC got some principles. Be about your mankind at all costs. And my brothers keep it all day, every day. Be about your mankind at all costs. If the money that you getting is at the expense of your mankind, yo, you ain't BAYMAACing, bro. You Black Wall Street, and we at your head. All of that physical, yo, that's amateurs. It's time to turn pro. Yo, listen, man. I'm telling y'all exactly how it is. I'm telling you about transformation. I'm telling you about transformation. We talking about transformation. We talking about they done lied. They done told us. They put bonds on us and profited off of the bondage. And then they put their brands and their identities on us. The mark of slavery is a brand, y'all. The mark of sovereignty, the mark of rulership is a seal. A king has a seal. A king don't have no brand. Slaves are wards of the state. When kids are adopted, or when you get into the injustice system, they call you a ward of the state. What is the state? Rome is the state. These cats run around. This is the ultimate final battle. Separating that rat trash from our ancestral hip-hop heritage. The redeemed sing a song that no man can sing. Hip-hop heritage. The redeemed sing a song that no man can sing. Hip-hop heritage and legacy from the root, based off of deliverance, based off of dominion. The redeemed. Redeemed is another term for the victorious. The victorious, the champions, those who have won the championship. Those who've won the championship in this Game of Thrones. All right, so this is what we're talking about. So yeah, listen. I'm about to come on here and do these live sessions. Why? Because you left Oakwood before we got to finish. Ever since you know me as a finisher. Finish what? Championship finisher. We finished. Game over. Every competition. This was the second sport. The first sport was football. And you left. But after you left, the football season started later. And our same crew of nuts, brainless nuts, we formed the football team. And we earned the reputation and label of body snatchers. We catch bodies on the field. Everybody on our team on kickoffs, punt returns, we laying cats out, catch bodies. We all had a body count. Game over. And so because we didn't get to get in the gym, because we didn't get to get in the gym on an amateur level, I figured we'd bring the gym and the club to the professional level. In this professional Game of Thrones. Game for what? Our peoples is chasing paper. When we create the money, the BAYMAAC is it. When you tap back into the original money system, you're able to spit something called the Havila bar. What is hip hop? Hip hop is spoken word. Hip hop is spoken word. The power of life and death is in the tongue. Hold up. The what? The power. All right, let's go. The power of life and death is in the tongue. So the ultimate MC, spoken word MC, who speaks hip hop, the dual citizen, the dual hip hop citizen, has the power in the tongue to speak life and death. What that is called in alienation, what that is called in layish. Layish stands for La La Land, homie. Yeah, La. One lie for one layish for the one lion and one lake. You got to have two witnesses. The east and the west. You got to have two witnesses. The fruit. Listen, if you could only produce the fruit on the east coast but can't produce it in the west, yo, it's a fluke. It's a fake. It's artificial. It ain't real. By their fruits, you shall know them. If you could do it in the east, you got to do it in the west. The lie. This is what we do. So we're going to get in the gym because that's what we do. Let me show you my other. Proof of transformation.
Eric Thomas, reconcile, incorporate. Yeah, that's great. So ET, you know, I'm at Full Sail University. Absolutely. You know, Full Sail is school for media arts. We had a history professional who graduated from that school, students at that school, that school. You know, who work in
digital media, film, audio, all of that. You also know that we create work from those industry professionals and other industry professionals around the country. So, what I really wanted to get into was I wanted you to share with those individuals who I will be sharing this with, the student life, the unacceptable center, and the industry professionals at real2real.com. Just share with them a little bit about who's Eric Thomas and how important establishing a relationship with the industry professionals with real2real.com and Full University, how instrumental that would be in going through.
Well, definitely. As you said, Eric Thomas, of course, CEO of Break Cycle, which has been in existence probably now since 1992. We're responsible for academic, personal, and social development of young people across the country. We've been blessed. Since. I say we've been blessed since. Sure.
Yeah, that's right. Give me sure. But I want to stop you, but keep moving.
We've been blessed since 1992 to travel all over this country. We started our work internationally in Bermuda. We've been in Toronto, Hawaii, throughout.
All right, so I'm gonna sum it up. So, academic, personal, social development. Let you just academic, personal, social development. Now they love to tell you that we down with pop culture. And then it's funny, my main man, Dave Dash, accused Lawyer Cohen of being a culture vulture. It's funny. It's funny. He accused Lawyer Cohen of being a culture vulture. This is the same Lawyer Cohen and Rick Rubin and have propped up all of Rockefeller Records and all of the industry. This is the same Black Wall Street. This is how Black Wall Street works. The image is what they after. The hood rejected Africa Bambaata's version. Planet Rock, he came out with Planet Rock, but he was looking like George Clinton in the parliament. He was looking like Jimi Hendrix. The hood was like, listen, man, this ain't the 60s. Homie, it's the 80s. Like, we ain't popping acid. We're not running around here in Scooby-Doo vans, Volkswagen vans. We're not running down to the Haight-Ashbury and sleeping with every animal and everything moving. We good. Straight up, they tried to package rap in that image first. And the hood was like, nah, we good. And you know what we did over there on the East Coast? We said, listen, man. We got something to say consciously about social, economic development. This is where the whole conscious movement. 80s, you gotta understand the 80s, it's the height of the war on drugs. It's the height of Ronald Reagan, was former governor of California. Come on, man, y'all better wake up. Ronald Reagan was your governor. Same Ronald Reagan that went in the White House and right in y'all backyard, yo. And then turn around and get in there and be like, yo, we got an epidemic going on. Manufactured. This movement is about disaster relief. Man-made disasters. We clean them up. It's another person who lost their life trying to give you your bread back, trying to give you what we're going to give you in BAYMAAC. Another one who lost his life to keep this fake, phony system going. They killed him dead. What'd he do? He tried to create the beautiful back. That's what this is. The BAYMAAC beautiful back. He tried to create the beautiful back and got his head shot off. Same thing. Malcolm X hopped on a plane and went out to Mecca and saw that, he came back telling, it's white folks all in Mecca. Of course it's white folks all in Mecca. Great Britain propped up the Saudi kid. Listen, man, we talking about money. All right? We talk about money. Listen. 71, they took you off gold, homie. 1971, Richard Nixon took you off the gold and attached your money to oil. You think they're going to put the money in the oil and not control those who pump the oil out the ground? Y'all playing for real? (1971) Richard Nixon took the dollar bill was attached to gold that they claim was in Fort Knox. They took it off of that and made it illegal to have gold. And what they attached the dollar to? It's called the petrodollar now, y'all. Y'all hearing me? Petro. The petrodollar. We don't got no petrodollar. You know why? We got the cleanest energy, yo. You looking at, it's the hip hop oil right here. It's the hip hop oil.
Caribbeans, doing this work. We got invitations to.
Before we go out into the field and do what it is we do, just like David, before David went and took the throne, David got anointed. Oil, this is the hip hop oil right here, yo. Ain't crude oil. It's no Beverly Hillbilly. This is the hip hop oil. This is life-saving. We got the hip hop savior. We got the hip hop oil. And I'm telling you about the hip hop prophets. Yeah, I'm prophetic, but I'm talking about hip hop prophets. Our covenant is guaranteed. That's why we're going on offense right now. So this is, you looking at a time, history always repeats itself. Our history repeats itself. You're looking at a time in 2006 when they didn't know this man. You're looking at a time where they didn't know who the hip hop prophet, who the hip hop oil was. They didn't know that the hip hop oil had already anointed the alien citizens who live in this world, not of this world. Who told y'all and who told the world in 1995, 6, 7, 8, Battle of Armageddon it's not gonna be fought in no Middle East. The Battle of Armageddon is for the prize right here. The last, the only superpower. The reason that the U.S. is a superpower is not because of nuclear weapons. It's because it's been the only place where the power of life and death, which is in the tongue, the power of life has been spewing forth habits of Black Wall Street and Caesar, Rome, and rebuilding. And these cats, these rappers, the conscious community always used to talk about building. You can't build your house on sand. No, anybody who builds their house on sand. But like I told y'all, it's only halftime. We doubling back to finish the race. It's free agency. It's time to go pro. So this man was putting in work. We put in work. SPI for the past since 06, same time, was putting in work. I'm in the gym putting in work. That's what we do. So when it's time to come out and play the game, we ain't playing for sport. I told the man, yo, we turn these cameras on, tell the story. I sat the man down. We had already been in the game, breaking cycles for 10 years. You see the shirt?
Asia, of course, at that time, I didn't take that invitation. We had invitations to do something on the say.
And I'm here in Florida right now, where I am right now, building Hollywood Studios, 4D Studios. This is the first live from Hollywood 4D Studios. I spoke a Havilah bar. That's the power of life, the power to create, the power to speak revelations into existence. You know. And when we did this video, you see it ain't this was created out of this movement. I saw this. I'm telling the man, yo, from what I've seen us do in the past, in the dark, when nobody else was looking, just a grind and a hustle. And now I see you got a one-man film crew here. Bruh, if we put a team around, don't put no extras on it, don't put no nothing. You just tell the story. It's a wrap, bruh. We ain't looking for no, listen, we ain't looking for no outside investors. Why? No. We got the in the beginning creation currency business plan model. And we could prove it. So now we here today. And I'm in the presence of my 4 cornerstone foundations. It's the hip hop oil. SPI is the hip hop savior. My pops is the hip hop director. Hip hop Hollywood motion pictures director. Hip hop resurrection. That's right, we raising the dead. What's dead? Glad you asked. Told you we getting in the gym, right? Gym. Out there in LA, right there in Compton. Right there in Compton, you got a legend. Hold on, show you. We've been grinding in Crenshaw for years.
tired of hearing people, talking about the problem. On the news, everybody's throwing out these statistics. There's more black men in jail than in college. I'm tired of hearing the numbers. Everybody's doing research on the problem, but you have very few people who are actually creating solutions for the problem. That's why we do the conference. These kids don't need to be talked about on TV. They don't need somebody talking to them like they're crazy. They need somebody who understands what they've been through, who's been there, who's done that, and can say, I understand what you're going through, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to take your hand and help you get from point A to point B. So that's what the conference.
All right. I'm going to take your hand and I'm going to help you get from point A to point B. What's the point A? Low life. What's point B? Have life. As long as you don't devolve from the low life to the lowest life, we call that millstone. Woe to anyone who deceives one of the little ones who own in the depths of the sea. That's the lowest life. As long as you ain't the lowest life, you good. From the low life to the have life. That's what BAYMAAC is on. That's what Dr. Life is on. Dr. Life Saver. Have lifestyle. Or speaking it into existence. So every time we went around telling them, yo, I'm going to take you from point A to point B, we spoken into their life and made it happen. Sing song. The problem is the circle where we can know to whom much is given, much is required. The circle where we came from, totally disrespectful to have access to power and hoard it. It's totally unacceptable. To be able to bring about transformational change and not distribute it. It is totally unacceptable and disrespectful to have the ability to make daily bread and not distribute it. And let the people starve. This is what Cass is doing. Cass is coming. We ain't the only ones in our circle. We just the only ones in our circle that take no longer starve, but eat. I owe you a place at the King of Kings table. That's the only difference. Unified with cats, homeless, high school dropout. I unify with SPI. Why? SPI don't even know. My pops, the hip hop, Hollywood motion picture director. The same way these cats in our community would look at SPI on an outward appearance. He means, yo, whatever. Yo, my pops came up in the same, in the same situation. My pops' right-hand man, his first cousin, Naeem, we used to call him Junebug. Right battle. These cats is Trenton, New Jersey. Naeem was going so hard in the streets. Yo, Rawway State, Penn. I don't know how many years Naeem Junebug did in Rawway State Penitentiary. Mike Battle going so hard in the streets, man. Yo, when he told me his victory over drug addiction, listen. My pops, 35-year, was in that same exact situation. And went from that same exact situation to put me in position to know. And you can have access to power, and your responsibility is to give access to power. Transformational power to break the cycles, break the generational curse of poverty, break the cycles of heart disease, break the cycle of violence, break the cycle of the school to prison pipeline, break the cycle of the war on drugs, the war on the poor, break the cycle of our people choosing to be slaves. How do I know? People can transform from low life to have. So when I hear SP, I hear the same words that my father spits, because his mom's put the same stuff in him that my mom's put in me. Same stuff in me that my pops put in me. His mom's put in him. Of the environment that he grew up in. But the creator said, I got sheep of many fold. This is what one of the illest one of the illest game changers named Paul was talking about when he said, I'm all things to all people. To the pagan, I am like the pagan. To the righteous, I'm like the righteous. This is called the dual citizen. Low life to have life. Transformation. So when y'all come on here, y'all gonna see. We're gonna prove it. See, they talk about their science. They talk about their ancestral worship. But they can't prove none of it. 2019, we're gonna select the 1600. Hollywood gave you a movie called The 300, talking about Leonidas and the 300. Hollywood gave you a movie. Hollywood always gives you these science fiction, always gives you these myths, these stories. Just pick 1600 and break the generational curses of poverty. In 2019, we give them the BAYMAAC principles. 29, we're going from Compton and from Trenton and from Chicago, from Miami, from Orlando, from Las Vegas, where SPI run, from Arizona, where SPI run, from Philadelphia, from Brooklyn, New York, from Queens, New York, where I run. 1600. We're going to crush that science fiction myth of the 300. We're going to take 1600. We're going to just prove it. In God we trust. Just prove it. What God? Statue of Liberty? Nah, homie. Nah. USA, United Sovereign Authority. Under Salem's agenda. That's also what we're going to do real quick. Let me show you this. SP. This ain't.
Academy will be delivering using technology and teacher instruction. That's a really cool way for students to be able to leverage technology on their screens or laptops or iPads, but more importantly, it will be reinforced by the teachers. The teachers will be able to talk about the studies, who will leverage technology for everything in their life. To have that program being delivered that way really connects with the students in a way that will provide a lot of impact. And then
Yeah, we on one over here.